Hello, everyone. This is Heather, the Starlight Priestess. We are going to do a 7-card reading today. Now, this is going to represent 7 days, 7 weeks, or 7 months. I think 7 years is a little far out as energy can change so drastically. I don't ever like to look that far into the future. But as I'm going through the readings, all of them are going to say 7 days. That's where I started. And this is actually the second time I'm recording the intro because as I was doing the readings, I realized that the time could be different for different people. So I was feeling some of them were 7 months, some of them were 7 weeks. Yes, some of this could happen in 7 days and little pieces. So you're going to have to feel what's right for you. But each of the cards has its own separate reading, and they're going to all be time stamped below. So let's take a look at what our cards are. So day 1 or week 1, month 1 is think it through. So this may be your current place. Okay. So the second card, day 2, week 2, month 2 is go wild, full moon in Leo. Day 3, week 3, month 3 is assess the situation. Okay. Day 4, week 4, month 4 could be or is shine. We have that double Leo energy. Okay. Day 5, week 5, month 5 is push through any insecurity. Day 6, week 6, month 6 is cool your emotions. And our last card, day 7, week 7, month 7 is step up and lead. Okay, there's some awesome energy in here. So if one of these cards resonates with you, but not all of them, you might want to go and listen to just that one card. That might be a message for you. And I didn't go by the days of the week or particular months. This is going to be a timeless reading. I mean, all of my readings are timeless, but I wanted to be very adjustable for when people see this, because you might see this, a week and a half from now or 4 months from now, and the same messages are going to apply. So just adjust everything to your current timeline and to your situation. And if not all the cards resonate with you, maybe your message is to just look at that one card. Okay, timestamps are below. Okay, so here we are with day 1. Think it through. What's coming through energetically for this card is to hold off on something. You might be in a rush or feeling rushed. Maybe you have been stuck for a long time and you're just wanting to get somewhere. You're just wanting to make progress. You're just wanting some kind of movement. And the word agonizing is coming to mind. And so maybe my guides are telling me that you've been agonizing over something, whether it's something not happening, like I said, something being stuck or making no progress. Maybe it's a job or a relationship, a friendship, or just something in your life has not been moving and you just want movement. And so you might be rushing into a decision. You might be rushing into doing something, and you're being asked to just hold off, to just hang tight, because this is a new moon. And with new moon energy, it's new beginnings. Things are going, and I'm just feeling the energy being really slow. And it feels like something is coming for you. Something is on its way, but it's not here quite yet. It's like you're in this in-between stage where you're not necessarily seeing any movement, but things are happening behind the scenes, okay? The universe is working to align things for you. So let's see what the cards bring up, what our other cards bring up, but it's also like you're making it feels like you're wanting to make a decision, but it's not the right time yet to make this decision because you don't have all the information. So like the universe is bringing something to you, but it's not ready yet, so you can't know the full spectrum of information to make the decision that you need to make. So let's see what else comes up in the cards. Okay. Okay, that looks like it wants to come out. Earth magic. A powerful move. Okay, that might be a little too much. Okay. They're just kind of all over the place here, so we will just go with it. Let's take one more. Okay. It's interesting. What's the first thing that I'm seeing these like things coming up from the ground, and the first thing they're showing me is that our energy, the universe needs to feel our full energy. The universe needs to feel and know exactly. So it's like something's in limbo because we don't exactly know where we're going. We don't exactly know what we want. And it feels like we're stuck in knowing exactly what we want because there are things that we need to clear from our energy. The first thing that's coming to mind is the solar plexus chakra and our ability to understand just how worthy we are to receive the most amazing life. We don't understand that. We don't see that in ourselves. And so we're stuck in our vision of what we want to create for ourselves. Okay? I'm seeing this lotus. We have both of them. And see, there's this shining through. There's this shining. And it's light shining. And our light is not shining. Our light has been dimmed somehow. And we need to figure out what is in our energy field, what is holding us back from understanding just how worthy and just how beautiful we are to shine our light. Our light is coming from our solar plexus chakra. That's where I always see it coming from, straight from the solar plexus chakra. And it's like both aspects of your higher chakras and your lower chakras combined there to be spread. It could be absolutely different, viewed differently for other people. That's just how I've always seen it. That's how my guides have shown it to me. But this energy that we need to share is just kind of locked. You see this? You see this key right here, and it's like locked within us. And until we can find that key, until we can find what is perfect or what we need to unlock the core of our light is just not shining enough. And so the decision, if we're going to take action in this card, that think it through, if we're going to take action, if we're going to make a move, if we are going to, it's interesting, I say move, think it through, make a move. If you're going to act, if you're going to make progress, it has to be in the right energy circumstances. And so the universe, it feels like the universe is asking you to wait until your energy is aligned, until you are moving forward, or you won't move forward until you have your energy perfect aligned with your soul's desires. Sorry for a short interruption there. My daughter woke up. Okay, so back to this. You're kind of in a holding pattern. The universe is basically making or waiting for you to make a decision on where you want to go, what you want to create. So you're co-creating, you're in this co-creating phase with the universe. But there's the energy that you're putting out is kind of stuck. You don't necessarily know what you want or where you want to go, or you're approaching, and this is going to be different for everyone, that's why I'm saying or you're approaching something, desiring something from a lack perspective, or from the perspective of how do I say this? From a perspective of like you don't know what to do next. Like you yourself are stuck. And maybe not stuck, but you're oh, okay. I'm just going to move on because I can't get it out this morning. I don't think I've been awake long enough, so sorry about that. But anyway, everything they're wanting you to move towards something with a desire, like a love, a passion for something. And it feels like you want forward movement for the wrong reasons. Okay, maybe that's the best way to say it. You're wanting forward progression for the wrong reasons. And not necessarily for the wrong reasons, but reasons that don't necessarily align with your soul's path. And so that's why we have this heart right here. And right now it feels like you see these little hummingbirds, it's like kind of tied up. It's not able to like just go free. It's kind of tied up with maybe expectations of what you want your life to look like, fear, your solar plexus chakra, self-esteem, something with self-esteem. And so there's these things that are still holding you back from aligning with what you truly desire. And so you're being asked to think it through, any decisions that come up this first day, and ask yourself, is this for the right reasons? Is this a decision I'm making that's based in lack? Anything like that. Okay, I'm going to do one more card, just one more. We have space right here, and then we'll move on to day 2. Just do one more card. Okay, that wants to come out. Make a decision. Look at that. Okay, this is the think it through first. Make a decision. Think it through. Okay, and it's the 1-1 card. We have a 1 right here. You know, it's interesting. In this card is Gemini, but you still have those 2 like hashes. And so it's making a decision, but it's making a decision from the right perspective. And you have like 2 choices. And what it feels like is it's like 2 different paths. And they're both going to take you obviously in 2 different directions, 2 very different directions. And they're both okay. One is more soul aligned. So it's just about the different experiences. It's one path isn't bad versus good, the other one good. It's just 2 paths are very different and they're different life experiences. And so it's waiting to understand what your soul wants to experience. And when you're more in alignment, that's going to become more clear for you. So just hang tight. Maybe let's look through the rest of this week and see what the other days bring. And maybe there's going to be other decisions, but this is day 1. So for the time being, you're just being asked to think things through. Don't make any sudden moves. You might need to wait a little bit longer to make a decision or for something to come in. Okay, let's move on to day 2 and see what comes up. Okay, here we are with day 2. The first energy that's coming through with day 2 is breaking loose, actually going wild, having fun, getting out of your comfort zone in ways that you didn't think you could possibly do. So, I mean, maybe nothing crazy or unsafe, I should say, but breaking out of your norms, finding ways to break out of your patterns, to break out of the zoo. They're showing me like a zoo and being caged, and you have these beautiful, beautiful wild animals in the zoo, and they're kind of on a show. It's like the bars are expectations from society, from yourself, from your family, and they're saying to break out of the cage, break out of those expectations, do something that calls to you. Okay, you have like this wild animal that's caged up, and what does it want to do? It wants to get out, it wants to roam, it wants to do what its instincts tell it to do. And so that's your call for day 2, is to do something out of the norm. Okay, so let's see what the cards bring up for that. Okay, that feels like it wants to come out. For some reason, the words that came to mind were play hooky. Maybe you need to take a day off from work. Okay. Something about opening up your perspective. Okay. A higher view. I'll take one more. Okay, maybe 2 more because that's what popped out. But okay. So we have a great big love, the royal you. It's interesting. They both have their, all 3 of the people in here have their eyes closed, but then she has her eyes open. The owl has their eyes open from a higher perspective. It's opening up your heart. We have this, opening up your heart to something different. So you're being called. What this card is telling me is that you're being called. You're being called to something different. And you can't quite understand what it is yet. It's this inner calling. You see this into me I see and wish upon a star. It's this inner calling that's interesting you, that like you have this urge to do something or this desire to do something. Maybe you don't feel it. Maybe it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time. But something is calling to you. And maybe that's what you're being asked to just let go of expectations and go ahead and do that. Or maybe this is just calling you, you don't know what you're being called to do. So like call of the wild are the words that they're saying. And you're being called, like your energy, your soul, the universe is calling to you to do something. Maybe it's just doing something different. Maybe it's doing something specific. Sorry. But you have this, like you have these downloads. They're coming in through your crown chakra. And maybe you're seeing things. Maybe you're experiencing things. Maybe your third eye has been activated. Maybe your third eye was activated a long time ago. But you're seeing things. You're having, things are coming to you. Things are resonating with you. Maybe you're having these urges and you're being asked to follow on those, to act on those. And it's different than in day one. Day one, you were being asked to make a decision, or there was some kind of decision looming over your head. This is different than the decision. This is just following your intuition, following your heart, following the urges, and following the desires that are calling to you, because it feels like your soul that's calling to you. And maybe it's something that you're trying to manifest for yourself, or maybe it's a piece of yourself that was your inner child from long ago that you wanted to do something, or you craved to do something and you can never do it. And so you're allowing your inner child to do it at this time. But it feels like what's coming through is that when you get into the situation, when you allow yourself to be free, when you allow yourself to be wild for a little bit, you're putting yourself in this higher perspective that more closely aligns with this land, this island. It feels like your soul's purpose is kind of this in between, where you're in between the physical realm and the spiritual realm, and you're kind of a go-between somehow. Okay, we all have gifts, and we all have some kind of spiritual abilities, and it feels like yours lies with somewhere in between, finding a path. Like you see these two paths. So they're saying a path like you're helping lead others to the spiritual side. So maybe something that you do helps others find their spirituality. And it doesn't have to be anything major. I mean, it could be art, it could be writing, it could be, some like a spiritual career, whether it's, you're interested in massage or Reiki or herbs or something like that. It doesn't have to be something, specific in a leadership role, but it feels like you have some kind of purpose to help people find their spirituality. And by letting yourself go wild, by letting yourself follow your intuition and follow your desires on this day 2, you're more closely aligned with your spiritual path of what you're here to do, your authentic self. And so for day 2, focus on just letting yourself be free, letting yourself follow your intuition, letting yourself follow your urges and your desires, because that's going to help lift you up to see a higher perspective that's more closely aligned to your soul's desires. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do one more card. Let's see. They're wanting you to relax, though, to be free, to do something that's fun, something, like following your heart, or maybe getting out of your head and relaxing, maybe meditating, maybe just going out and having fun and not thinking about your expectations for yourself or others' expectations for you, or the decision that's looming, or your life not moving the way you want it to. That's interesting. Look at this. Make a wish, and there's wish upon a star right there. And breakthrough. Breakthrough feels like it's closely aligned to a higher view. Like getting out of your head will help you see a different perspective. And you'll have this breakthrough. You'll have this release. You'll have this greater understanding. And making a wish. It almost feels like we have this child right here. It's very like happy, playful energy, very relaxed energy. So what I'm feeling is allowing yourself to release, allowing yourself to let go, to have fun, or to do something different, or to follow your intuition is going to help you align with what you really desire and what really resonates with you. Maybe you're going to find something new, or maybe you're going to connect with something old that you used to love, and you're going to realize I really love this. I really miss doing this. This is something I really connect to. How can I roll this into my current life as an adult or in my life now? Maybe you have a family and kids and you find something that you used to love 20 years ago. You're like, okay, well, how can I roll this aspect of my old life into my new life? How does it fit? How can I do that now? Because it's something that aligns with your soul. And finding this again, allowing yourself to go wild, to break free, is going to help you find this or reconnect or find something new that you want to bring into your life. Something that resonates with your soul, something that resonates with your life purpose. And it's interesting, we have this 4 and we have this 1 and we have this 41. And it goes back to the last card too, because the last card had the double ones on it. We had the 11 and we have the 1, and that's telling me new beginnings. That's telling me like a connection to your higher self and your life's purpose. And we have this right here, like your spiritual life. Okay, is there anything else coming through? I don't think so. I think I'll leave this here and then we'll move on to day 3. Here we are with day 3. The card, assess the situation. The energy that's coming through is kind of another stepping back. Like day 1, you were asked to hold off on any decisions. Now, it feels like you might get some indication of something that's happening, maybe some movement you'll be able to actually see. Maybe there's too many situations coming to mind, so I'm not going to list them, but it feels like there's some kind of movement, some kind of action toward your goals, or something is happening with things moving out of your life. And so sometimes when things are moving into our life, when we're trying to manifest something, when we're trying to create something new, there's not necessarily enough space, or the things that are in our life don't energetically align. And so we can't bring our energetic frequency up to match the higher frequency of what's coming in for us that's more aligned. And so those things that are lower frequencies, lower vibrational, maybe that keeps us in a space of a low vibration, those things have to move out of our lives. Those things have to be released. So these could be actual situations, like a job or a friendship, maybe people, a relationship, or they could be thought patterns, practices that you do. Maybe your thoughts on how you see yourself, maybe your fears on finances. These are going to be coming up. It feels like these are going to be highlighted today for you to release. And so assessing the situation is figuring out what isn't working for you. Or if you see something that you're manifesting and you no longer want it, or it doesn't necessarily fully align with you. So maybe you've been co-creating with the universe to manifest something for yourself, and you're realizing this no longer is quite right. It needs to be tweaked, or it doesn't make you feel as good as it did last year or 5 years ago. And you realize, okay, maybe this isn't what I want. Maybe this no longer resonates with me. And so you're going to have to tweak your co-creation process and your thoughts and where you're putting attention. So let's see what the cards say. Storyteller. It's interesting. We have that key. That key is showing up. And day one, we have, oh, good grief. They're all falling out. So, you know, I do not know why, but these two have been coming out lately almost every single time they come out together. And look, we have a key again. They're saying unlocking aspects to yourselves, to your heart, to your soul. Okay, we have this key right here. We have this key right here. On day one, we had that key as well. The powerful move. We also had that key. Now these, okay, it's different every time, but 31 and 13, they're back to back. They're like mirrors of each other. So what is it telling me? They're kind of, okay, they're interdependent on one another. And you're looking for your muse. That's what it's saying. You're looking for what you want to create for yourself, especially coming up after the storyteller card. You're trying, like the key is not in the lock yet. The key you haven't necessarily found. You're still looking for something that fully aligns. It's like this seeking. You're seeking, you're looking for something that resonates with you, and a journey is coming. This might be starting a journey, starting an inner journey, because we have this quieting the mind. You know, maybe it's not like a long journey that you need to go on or you need to start, but it's figuring out who you truly are and what truly aligns with you. And I think we talked about day 2, letting things go, letting yourself be wild, following your intuition, letting go of expectations. And that's going to help you with this process, finding who you truly are. And it feels like the key, you know, it's interesting. We have the world here, and we have the world there. And the world, you're seeking externally, but you need to seek internally. That's where you're going to find what resonates with you. It's all about finding those inner worlds. And it feels like it's connecting with who you were in past lives, parallel lives. That's your aspect, like where you came from. Are you a starseed? Are you an earth being? Where did you come from? What is your purpose here? Because we all have a purpose. We all came into this life to accomplish something. We all have goals. That's why we take these human vessels for our souls, is to serve some kind of purpose, either with the ascension process or helping mankind or whatever. There's so many different things, I can't name them. But the point is, you have a purpose here. So what's your purpose? Is it releasing old karma for yourself? Is it helping others? Is it being a light worker? Okay. You're finding your purpose and you're on a mission. And so assessing the situation, there's maybe something that comes up on Wednesday that helps you view your life and your purpose and what you want for yourself in another way. And I think the day 2 with going wild and letting yourself be free is going to help you come into the space of your 3rd day from a new perspective. And this journey card, it feels like there's different energy coming from this card. So for some of you, could be a meditation, like going into a journey of your inner self. And it could be a quick meditation. You know, you spend 20 minutes meditating and you come up with something new about yourself that you've discovered. And you're like, oh, it gives you a totally different perspective. But for some of you, this feels like you're starting a great journey, and this could last weeks or months or years. It's this new journey to kind of find yourself and unravel who you are. So it feels like for some of you, you're awakening. You're going through the awakening process. For others, you're just finding a new aspect to yourself. You're overturning a new leaf. Maybe you're finding a new spiritual gift that you haven't discovered yet, or you're finding another piece of your history, of your spiritual history. So that's what's coming up for day 3. Let's take another card. But that muse and that feeling the world and finding your inspiration, it's integral with seeking outside of yourself. You're looking outside of yourself to find your muse, but your muse is actually internally. Your muse is your soul and your past. So don't look externally. Look inside of yourself. The inner realms. They're saying new world. You're in, like, this is our world. This is like an internal world inside your soul. So there's so much history here. This is our current. This is like our present, what we see in the now. But this is like a whole nother world of your past lives and parallel lives and the universe. And it's so much more. That's what you're being asked to look at. Okay, guys, what's coming up? What else would you like to share about day 3? Okay. Okay, 2 popped out. Okay. Leap of faith. It's interesting. We have the spider web. The spider web's going to catch her, but the spider web is also about weaving your own fate, creating a life for yourself. We have faith, but fate is coming to mind too. Like fate. I don't know why spider and fate are there. That's what's very strong right now. They're explaining spiders, fate, a web. And they're saying, don't get trapped. They're saying, don't get trapped into what you think is your fate. Interesting. Okay. So it's funny. Normally I would say the spider web is like a catching of, like, an able to catch you if you fall, like faith, having faith. But what they're showing me is that the spider web is like, it's like a trap for some reason. And if fate, faith, what you think is fated is not always accurate. Okay, so it feels like it's just breaking free of what you think your life is, what you think your fate is. It's a trap, and it's not. It's holding you captive. So break free of expectations. Break free of what you think your fate is, what you think you're supposed to do. You have to feel it. It's getting out of thinking and feeling and seeing. And you have the capability to fully immerse yourself in your energy to the point that you know what your purpose is. You know what you're here to do. And that's going to come through meditation, because it gets you out of your mind. The thinking part is where you're getting trapped. You have to feel your way out. You have to feel what your purpose is. And you can do that shifting your energy. We have the shifting energy card. And we also have, day 2 was go wild. And that was getting you out of your head space and getting into your heart space, and you're feeling your energy. And that's what this is right here, shifting your energy to feel because you're thinking too much. And maybe this journey is just trying to get you out of your headspace and getting into your aspect of feeling. And a whole new world lives in your feeling, your soul space, instead of your human thinking ego space. So they're wanting you to do what you can to shift your energy out of that thinking space. Maybe doing something out of expectations, taking a leap, taking a chance on something is helping you get out of that space, that space of thought, and into a space of feeling. Okay, I think we'll leave day 3 here for now, and we will move on to day 4. Okay, here we go with day 4, shine. I'm going to try to make these a little shorter, otherwise our video is going to be ridiculously long. So I'm going to try to keep them to about 10 minutes each, but the energy that's coming through is very solar plexus chakra energy. It's very letting yourself shine, like your true self be seen by others. It's letting your true energy come to the surface, and the true you, the real you, really be shown to the world instead of showing people what you think they want to see. Okay? Really be you. Let your personality come out. Let's see what else comes up. Okay, those two want to come out. Shining through. Look at that. Shining through. Smoke and mirrors. Okay. The word that's coming to mind is reality. And showing people what they want to see versus the real you. Okay, let's see. It's like you're showing people a perspective of yourself that's not real. Look, we have Waking the Lion. We have Leo energy. Okay, what did we have on day 2? We had a lion. Wow, that is awesome. Okay. It is what it is. In perfect harmony. Okay. What do we have? Look, same card as it was day 1, I think. Yes, this was day 1. You're finding your rhythm. That's what they're saying. You're finding your rhythm. You're finding your rhythm to align with you. And look at this. Again, we have, okay, going back to day 1, we have this Gemini, but it's the 11-11. And we have the 11-11. You're aligning. You're aligning with you. Day 4 is all about aligning with the true you. Letting yourself shine through. And what did I say in day 3 is, or maybe this was day 2, sorry. I'm getting them all mixed up now. But anyway, we had this card before and it was shining through. And so it's like the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is coming through. And that's where you can allow yourself to shine. And especially with the Leo energy is very vibrant and very, how do I say this? I myself am a Leo, so I understand it. I'm just not verbalizing it very well. So I apologize. But it's aggressive, but not aggressive. Well, yes, we can be aggressive. But it's very, what is the word I'm looking for? Assertive. It's very assertive. And this is what you're being asked to do. You're asked to be assertive in showing yourself to the world. Now what's coming up, we have the smoke and mirrors, and it's kind of like this circular revolving pattern. And we see that right here too. And what I'm feeling is it's leave things as they are. You are who you are. And let the world see that. You don't have to hide behind what you think others want to see you as. And if someone doesn't like who you are, then they do not deserve to be in your life. Okay, they do not resonate at the same frequency, and they need to move on. Okay. What I'm also getting is I'm also getting you aligning with who you are is kind of a portal shuffling you into maybe a new timeline. I know timelines, they almost have been like keywords lately with people, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want it to be like trendy, but it's basically shuffling you into a new energy level, like a portal to that aligns with your soul. And so day 4 is really going to be about you stepping into your true self. I'm not sure if something's going to happen that realizes, so because this is going to be different for everyone, but something is coming through that for someone you might have something happen. Maybe it's something outside of yourself. Maybe it's an event that happens in your life. Maybe you have an argument with someone. Maybe you see something happening between other people and you're like, I don't want that. So it shifts your perspective on things and you realize, okay, I don't want to hide who I am. And so you step outside of yourself and you step outside of who you've been hiding, I guess, the mask maybe that you've been hiding behind, and you say, okay, here I am. This is the real me. If you don't like it, you can, leave. Or you can change how you treat me. Or any number of things. I'm not going to go down all those roads. That'll take too much time. But the point is you are, by allowing yourself to shine, by allowing yourself to come through, by allowing your personality to really roar. This is all very Leo energy. I love it. It's very, very assertive and letting yourself shine and letting yourself be you. Letting yourself show the world who you really are, and that's what the world needs. It feels like this key, that's the key, is allowing yourself to shine. As we saw this earlier in the reading, this is like you're stepping into that role. And I want to say a leadership role. And I believe one of the last cards is day 7 was leading. So maybe you're stepping into, as you go through the next 7 days, you're stepping into some kind of this leadership role or this personality. And then perfect harmony. The more you align, the more you're going to resonate with your authentic self and your soul. And you're going to see synchronicities. As you are coming into yourself, these are going to be synchronicities with the universe. Things are going to be syncing up. You're going to see things aligning. You're going to see little messages from the universe, or you're going to see, maybe you're trying to resonate with something in particular to manifest something for yourself. And, maybe you're trying to buy a new car and someone buys that same car. And that is a synchronicity saying it's on its way to you. And so the synchronicities are coming through. You'll notice them. The more you align, the more the synchronicities are going to come through, and that you're going to see things changing. You're going to see things improving. Sorry for a little break. My teenage son woke up, so I'm now back. Anyway, I drew a card, one more card, and it's acceptance of love. And what's coming through is, now this could be a message for a very particular few of you, but it's about being fearful to be who you truly are because you want this acceptance. You want people to like you, to love you. And something is going to happen, or you're just going to have a realization that you don't need the acceptance of others to shine. You don't need others' approval. You don't need love from others to live. And granted, we are humans. We want these relationships, and we do thrive in relationships with others. But you don't need others' approval. You don't need others' love to be able to love yourself and accept yourself. And that's what this card is saying right here is, yes, allow yourself to revel in the relationships, the beautiful relationships that you have and the beautiful relationships that are in your life. But if you're finding yourself changing yourself and who you are to make other people happy, then that's not the relationship for you. Okay, so I think we're going to end day 4 here, and we will move on to day 5. Here we are with day 5, the card for day 5. Now you might notice the light is changing between my videos. The sun is coming up and it's directly in my window. It's shining directly into my window. So I'm having to adjust. So if you see the light is drastically different between one video and the next, it's just because I started before sunrise and now the sun is up, and so I'm just having to adjust as we go. I like natural light and not artificial light, so I'm doing the best I can. So my apologies. Okay, so push through any insecurity. This is a message as you get closer to who you are, get closer to shining through your true self. The ego is going to step forward. And this card is representing the ego. That's the message I'm getting. It is representing the aspects of you that, okay, so the words that they're telling me is longing for approval. That's one thing. That's one aspect of the ego. But there's going to be many other aspects. Primarily, this is your shadows coming up. See, you have the shadow side. You have her back is turned. She's looking toward the light, but there's still the shadow aspect, and there's still the shadow aspect on this planet. And she's facing the light, but it feels like she's trying to hide this shadow aspect of her. As you show your true self, as you share who you truly are, the shadows are always going to come with the light. Okay, it's a balance. And we have this sign right here, and you see that, they balance. They almost look like a yin yang. You have that light and that dark. And we're talking about the first quarter moon here. So that's telling me it's like kind of this midway point. It's half is in the light, half is in the dark. And the dark is wanting to come through. The dark is wanting to rear up and kind of, well, okay, so let me start. As we're first quarter, right? So we're going toward a more full moon. We're waning. We're getting lighter. We're moving through this process of getting into a space of more light and more alignment. And the shadows are going to come up. The shadow aspects, the ego self is going to come up and say, it's going to use those fears to trigger you back into a darker space, a lower vibrational space. And so the insecurities are going to come up, your fears, your self-doubt. It's the shadow self that's waking up. It's the ego that's waking up and saying, hey, you're getting close to the light. This is something new. This is something different. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this. And so it's going to use these insecurities to pull you back down into this space of low vibration, in a space of, safety and comfort. Even though it's not a great space to be in, it's what's known. It's what's comfortable. It's what has been. And as you move into a lighter space of being, it's going to be out of the comfort zone, out of what has been all your life. And so that's when these insecurities pop up. Okay, I am going to stop my video and adjust because the light is bouncing off of my sweatshirt and making the video super bright. So I am going to adjust again, and I will start the video back in a minute. So my apologies for the constant disruptions this morning. Okay, I am going to put the card up here for now, day 5, and then we're going to shuffle to see what else comes up. So it's all about, day 5 is all about working through that shadow aspect and knowing that if insecurities do come up, if these feelings of self-doubt do come up, it's only the ego. It's only the ego self trying to pull you back down into a non-illuminated state of being. Okay, let's see. And again, we have this one, the call of the muse and feeling the world coming up. They're not back to back, but letting go. Letting go of things that no longer serve you. So when you find yourself feeling these feelings of self-doubt, of fear, that's when it's time to allow the emotions to be felt and realizing what they are. And for me, I always have to do some kind of working through the feelings. Like for me, I do Ho'oponopono or the violet light, violet flame, to work through, to really feel the emotions and work through it. For some people, it works to just realize that they are a pattern and the pattern will release itself. I've never found that for me. I found that for me, I really have to work through the energy and work through the emotions. So it's going to be different for everyone. You have to feel what's right for you, but it's releasing these things that are coming up. So maybe it's just feelings that are happening. Maybe you just, like, something is normal, absolutely normal, but you have these overwhelming feelings of anger or frustration or self-doubt, or even, you have these self-deprecating thoughts that just keep going round and round and round in your head. That is definitely not the universe. That is your shadow self. That is these darker lurking energies that keep pulling you back down into the space of low vibration. So that is definitely not you. That is definitely not the universe or your spiritual guides telling you these terrible lies, because they are lies. It is not. It is not reality. These are what need to be let go, okay? It's part of your transformation. It's part of your process of transforming into an aligned soul. And so this is something that needs to be let go of. So maybe a situation that happens, like an actual situation that occurs, or maybe it's just something that's day to day, it's normal every day, and all of a sudden you just start feeling these terrible thoughts and these miserable thoughts. So it's going to be different. You'll have to figure out what resonates. But if it's the thoughts, these repeating thoughts that go around, then it's, that's not right. That is what needs to be released. Okay. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. Okay, reset. So the power of purpose. What I'm seeing there is not so much necessarily about purpose, but I'm seeing it's like this revolving target. Like you have the target, but in my mind, they're showing me that this is like actually moving. It's interesting because it has all these letters around the outside, and there's a wall behind it, and they're showing me like something, it's revolving, and it's almost like a key. Like all these, as it's revolving around, all these little things are, so they're saying moving target, but everything's falling into place. Like falling into, it's very hard to explain what I'm actually seeing. But it's like the target is almost moving. And these little numbers, it's almost like a combination lock. So you have this lock combination going on, and then you have the target moving around at the same time. Oh, my nose is going crazy. Okay. I'm apparently explaining this correctly. But it's all moving. Like things are, as you're going through this whole process over the next 7 days, it's going to feel like a moving target. It's going to feel like everything is shifting and changing. And you might have to do one thing differently this day than you did the next day for the exact same thing. And that's okay. The universe is putting things. So, okay, now I understand. All these things are like codes and combinations that the universe is putting together for you. It's like it's arranging your life. And all these components and pieces are having to get shaped and put together for you. And so your trajectory for your target is moving. And that's okay because things are shifting. And as you heal and shift and understand new things about yourself, it is going to be a moving target. And that's okay. So if you feel like you're crazy, that things are changing and things are shifting, it's you're in alignment. Okay. That's the message that's coming through. You're not crazy. If one day you are thinking one thing and your goal is one thing, and the next day everything is completely different, it's okay. That's part of the process. So they're saying that's just all part of the process. So don't worry about it. Don't fret. Okay. This world. Let's see. What else is coming through next? Let's just do this flower. These two cards are aligning for me because you have like this a lot of time this shows the crown chakra for me and this opening up, and this is in alignment with this card right here because you have all this beautiful light coming in from the top, like from the crown chakra. You have this aspect that's right here, and then you have the flower. It's things that are coming in like downloads. And they're saying we have this muse card in between. You are your own muse right now. They're helping you align with what you really want to create and to manifest your destiny. So insecurities that come up are all part of like this moving target and helping you find yourself to be your own muse and to create your timeline. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Like I said in the other video, I don't necessarily like to use the timeline word because it's very trendy right now, and I always push against trends. But it's not, it's, yeah, okay. I don't like timeline, but that's what they're saying. So you're creating this timeline for yourself. And that's where all these, like, they're showing me numbers, kind of like numbers, but they're like codes almost. And it is this little timeline code. It's like coding to create the timeline of where you're going to go next. And here they're saying you're outside, it's outside of the world. It's outside of reality, what you know. So for some of you, you could be coming into like shifting your reality to come into a space that is very, very spiritual, very aligned. And in order to get there, you have to release these things that are keeping you stuck in these low vibrations. I think it is very important for you right now you have to release in order to get to this very spiritual aspect of your life, because it feels very, very spiritual, very aligned, very beautiful. But you can't get there if you're still at these lower vibrations. So do the work to push through these insecurities, these fears, whatever's holding you back. Okay, real quickly, okay, these two stuck on the bottom. So let's see what's there, and then we'll go on to day 5. Okay. Celebrate differences and bountiful harvest. This is differences in you. What I'm feeling is the way that you stand out, because we talked about yesterday or the day before, day 4 was shine, right? So you're letting your true self come to light. And they're saying celebrate your weirdness, basically. Celebrate the ways that you are different from others. Let that shine. Let that be, because it's like a unicorn or mermaids. Those are rare. Let that come to light. Let that shine. Let you shine. It's your spiritual uniqueness, your spiritual gifts, your spirituality, your beautiful starseed energy or light worker energy. That's what needs to be illuminated, and that's what needs to shine. The harvest is going to come for you. You're going to reap the benefits of letting the world see you as you truly are. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's go ahead and move on to day 6. So it might be helpful to have all of the days up since we're all the way into day 6 and we've gone through a lot. So I went ahead and put all the cards up here. So we're on to day 6. Cool your emotions. So this feels very connected to day 5 in pushing through insecurities. As we push through insecurities, as our shadow brings up darkness and the ego aspects of ourselves that we kind of want to hide from everyone because we're not accepted, or we don't think those are the aspects of ourselves that are good. Those are the triggers that come forth. And so you might be seeing it a little bit on this day, on day 5, but day 6, it feels like these triggers are really being activated. And that's where you will find your shadows, in your triggers. So whatever triggers you, push that back on yourself and internalize it, okay? Someone pisses you off. Why are they pissing you off? How does that make you feel? And this goes back to, I don't know if you've ever seen any of my videos where I've explained my emotional pie. But when we think of a pie, we have the crust layer on the top, and then we have the gooey stuff, the gooey fruit or meat, if it's a meat pie, in the center, okay? So the crust are the harder emotions. The crust represents the harder emotions. Anger, frustration, the more aggressive of our emotions. But underneath is the gooiness, and that's where the true emotions lie, in that those are the things that are actually hurting us. So that's where the fears are. That's where the sadness is. That's where the really deep-seated emotions that make us feel are hidden. The anger, the envy, the more aggressive emotions are up top, and that's a lot of times what we feel first of all. But those are the reactive emotions that are triggering the deeper emotions underneath. So if you delve into what is making you hot or what is making you aggressive or reactive, you're going to get to the base of your triggers. And that could be self-esteem. That could be someone triggering your feelings that you aren't deserving, that you aren't worthy. And it has really nothing to do about the other person. It has everything to do about what's inside of you. And when you start working through those emotions, you'll see that people react to you differently. Maybe even people leave your life because that person was put into your life to trigger you in some way that forces you to heal. And so when they serve their purpose, the universe removes them from your life. Or maybe you'll have a completely different relationship after that. So that's what's coming up for day 6. So let's see what other cards we can pull for that. Okay, day 6. Okay, great big love. A merry motive. This was 1. These 2 came up in day 1. Think it through, okay? Healing the heart. Ah, okay. Well, let's see. We won't take all of that. Okay. Those two wanted to come out. Let's move this down a little bit. We'll do this. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. They're all in the 20s. 20, 23, 25, 26. Then we have this jumping up to 38. You know what? And it's interesting. 8 and 3 make 11. We had that Gemini. It looks like the Gemini sign looks like 11. And in the very first reading too, actually a couple of the readings, we've had that 11 coming up again. It makes me feel like that should be kind of separate. Okay. Whew. So we have this heart, and this just makes me think of the triggers that I just talked about. We have these triggers that are triggered not by actual anger, but that are being triggered to allow us to heal things in our heart. Birds of a feather. Oh, you know what? I didn't even read the card. My hand was over it and I was thinking birds of a feather. What's coming through, the energy that's coming through is the people in your life. Some of the people, maybe not all of them, but some of the people may be in your life only because they resonate with this lower vibrational energy. So some of these birds of your same feather, as you change, might be leaving your life. And that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. As these people or maybe circumstances or situations leave your life, it's going to release something. And they're showing me a release that's going to lead you into your star power. And I'm actually getting chills as I say that. It's so funny because we've had the lion a lot in this reading, the Leo energy, and we got the lion in another card through this whole reading. And it's a lot of times Leos resonate with very star energy. And that's what's coming through right now. They're saying like you're a star in some way, shape, or form. And that could be like actually, you know, you're some kind of a star, like you're actually going to be seen like a star. Or you're just going to be the star of your life. Maybe not all of you are going to be seen by, you know, a lot of people. But what's coming through is that you are going to be the star of your life. And this release, this very necessary release, is going to release a block to help you get to that point. Okay, these triggers that are coming up are all helping you to release and let go of anything holding you back. And it's like the heart. It's as you heal the heart is going to resonate and the heart is going to align with the things that are going to put you on the path to be the star of your life. And once you heal the heart and you move into kind of that star power and let go of these things that don't necessarily resonate, you're going to more things. So birds, you have these stumps right here, okay? And so they're showing me some birds will be there, but then they'll just fly off, right? So the stumps stay the same. So maybe you're this top bird and these birds end up leaving. They end up flying off because they no longer resonate with you. Actually, look at this bird. This bird's a different color. This bird's kind of a purple bird. And it's kind of magical in the way its wings. So maybe these 3 birds fly off and you're left, but new birds are going to come in that are going to be the same color, that are going to resonate, that are going to have the same feathers that you do now. And so it feels like a shifting of energy for the people in situations that do not resonate as you align with your true self. Those things are going to leave and new things are going to come back. And that's this endless possibility card. Like you have, and it's funny, we go back, they're showing me that card with the world. We just had it in the last reading. basically endless possibilities. You hold the world in your hands. You have everything that you need within you to create anything that you want. And it feels like they're saying you're starting to realize that. Now, I think I might actually go back and change the intro, because what I'm feeling is these 7 days might actually be a metaphor for 7 weeks or maybe 7 months. So I'm going to go back and change the intro. But just so you know, as I go through this, I'm going to make mention of that, that this could be a metaphor, 7 days for actually 7 weeks or 7 years, not 7 years. I don't feel it's going to be that long, but 7 months. But the possibilities are going to become endless for you because you realize how much power you actually have. Okay. I think I am going to end day, what are we on? Day 6 here for now, and we'll move on to day 7. Okay, here we are at day 7. So something I just mentioned in the last day, and like I said, I'm going to go back and change the intro, but this could be, these 7 days could also be a metaphor for 7 weeks, 7 months, hopefully not 7 years, but I'll just leave that information there. So what's coming through in this is new beginnings as a leader. Okay. And it's like a new day is dawning. That's the words that are coming through. A new day is dawning. It's new beginnings. It's a fresh morning. And we have these beautiful cliffs that reminds me of Hawaii, and I grew up in Hawaii. And it's such a beautiful time of day in Hawaii, the early mornings, because it's cool and it's fresh. And as the sun comes up on these beautiful, beautiful Hawaiian mountains, it's just new beginnings. And Hawaii is known for the rainbows. And so I just see and I feel this beautiful new beginning for you, full of magic once you get to this phase. So let's see what comes up in the cards. But it feels like very, very beautiful new beginnings. Look, we have this powerful move card again. But this time it feels like you're on top. It feels like you're at this point. Before, at the very beginning of the reading, I felt like it was this key. You were waiting to find the key to unlock this. And it feels like you're now on top, and you've pushed the people out of the way that are trying to hold you back, that don't belong, that are trying to stop you from taking your rightful position. It's like you've pushed that energy out of the way, and now you're there. And look, we found that this was in the very first day as well. Day 1, earth magic. But this time it feels like you're connected. It feels like you're connected to the earth, to magic, to exactly where you need to be. I wondered about this. Okay, so as I was shuffling in between, I shuffle the cards to make sure the cards from the last reading are not like stuck together. And this card popped out, but I was just kind of cleansing the deck. So I put it back in there, and I wondered if I was going to see it again. And yep, sure enough, there it is. Roots of Abundance. So the roots of abundance, I'm getting a very strong feeling of that is where this is coming from. So we have this earth magic, right? And we have roots. Roots go into the earth. And here I feels like she's grounding too. So you have this energy that's going down into the earth. But as her energy goes into the earth, she's actually building roots of abundant energy. And it's this new beginning where things are taking root in a very solid fashion for you to grow abundance in a career or a life that is aligned with your soul. We have the Muse again. This just feels like this calling of your soul. Living for what your soul wants instead of what your mind or what you've been taught that you think you want. And we're back to the storyteller card again. But it feels like you are writing your ability or you have the ability now after this week, or this 7 weeks or 7 months, you have this ability to now create. You've been through the process, you've done the work, and now you are in the space to know exactly what you want to write, exactly how you want to write your story. And it feels like it's so much more magical. We have these white lines that are kind of showing magic, and we have that same thing here. And it feels like now that we've gone through all this energy feels very different, in that you can feel the energy, you can feel the magic, and you're going to write the magic into your life this time. Instead of being at the beginning and not knowing where you want to go or what you want to create. At the very beginning, at this first card, we were like, you just felt stuck. You felt like you didn't know which direction to go. You didn't know what to co-create with the universe. It was this place of limbo, this place of in between. But as you've gone through this process, you're now in the space where you know what you want. You know what you want to create for yourself, and you now have that magic. You like at the muse level where you can create magic like that, but the snap of your fingers. It's very simple, very easy to create the life that you want. And that life is going to come with abundance. And look, we have another key here. We've had keys. Keys definitely showed up in day 1 and day 2, and now you have the key, and you have that final key. You have this final key. It's here. It's all you've unlocked everything. You found the ways to unlock everything. And you're here. You're in the space that you need to be in. You could take on a leadership role, or you could just be leading your own life, in control of your life, and understanding, I know what I want. I know how to create it for myself. I know how to make magic in my life. And that's what I'm doing. So this one it's going to be different for different people, obviously. But those are the two energies that are coming through. You're either going to be stepping into a leadership role, or you're just going to be able to lead your own life with magic. And lead your life from a soul perspective, from a soul standpoint. Okay. That's the message. I know that was short, but that's what's coming through for day 7. It's like, it's a beautiful, beautiful finale it's a beautiful ending, that you are going to be rising into this role, rising into this position, and have that. But this is the process to get through it. Okay. So hopefully this manifests in 7 days for you. If not, maybe 7 weeks, 7 months. But I'm sending you all love, and I look forward to having more readings with you. If you like this reading, please hit that like button or subscribe to get more of these. And let me know what you think of everything. Let me know if it resonates in the comments below. Okay, again, I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you back here in the future for more readings.